Good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Warm greetings to you all. So welcome to our today's online class. So have you all studied till yesterday's portion? So first chapter completed. So I have marked the question answers up to 2 more questions, isn't it? 1 more question as well as 2 more questions already we have marked. So today we are going to mark the 3 more question, detailed question. Next we are going to study about the third chapter. Okay? Yes. So first all of you take your textbooks in your hand. Please all of you take your textbooks. Sit in a place. Take pencil or pen in your hand. Either sit in front of the system or take the mobile phones in your hand. Okay? Yes. Shall we start? Yes, all of you take page number 11 in your book. Okay, page number 11. So till section B, that is 2 more questions till we have completed. So today we are going to mark the 3 more questions first. First, all of you take page number 11. Have you all taken? First you write the page number here. Okay. So and also you take either any one computer notebook or any one piece of paper. You paste near to the question because some questions not exact answer is given inside the book. So you need to write the answer. So please take any one of the notebook or either a piece of paper. Take it. So first write the page number here. First question, what are the characteristics of a computer? So this question you need to write. Afterwards you write in your paper or in your notebook, you should write. Okay, so leave it. So first question you need to write. Second question, write page number 1. Write the applications of a computer. Here you write page number 1. Second question, write page number 1. Third question, what is an input device? Give 2 example. So here also you need to write the notes. Okay. So leave it. Afterwards you can write. Okay. This one you need to write in notes. Then fourth question, write any 3 output devices. Page number 6. Okay. Name any 3 output devices. Write page number 6. Then sixth question, differentiate optical and laser mouse. This one also you need to write in notes. Fifth question also write in your paper or note. Okay. Then sixth question, page number 8. Write short note and impact printer, page number 8. Then seventh question, page number 3. Seventh question, page number 3. Eighth question, page number 8. Have you all noted? Once more I am dictating. First question you need to write in the paper or notebook. Second question, page number 1. Third question, notebook you should write. Fourth question, page number 6. Fifth question you should write in the notebook. Sixth question, page number 8. Seventh question, page number 3. Eighth question, page number 8. Have you all noted? Then detail question, write the page number. First question, page number 4, 5. 4 and 5. Explain the basic components of a computer with a neat diagram. Write page number 4 and 5. Then next question, various generations of computer. Page number 1 and 2. Page number 1 and 2. Have you all marked? First question, page number 4, 5. 4 and 5. Second question, page number 1 and 2. Third question, inkjet printer, page number 9. Third question, inkjet printer, page number 9. Then multimedia projector, page number 9. Multimedia projector, page number 9. Barcode reader, page number 7. Understand? Once more I am dictating. First question, page number 4 and 5. Second question, page number 1 and 2. Third question, inkjet printer, page number 9. multimedia projector page number 9, barcode reader page number 7. Have you all marked? Now one by one we are going to mark the question answer, okay? What's the first question I said? Section C, first question. What are the characteristics of a computer? So please take a paper or notebook. Either you keep separate note for a computer notebook, or take a piece of paper near to the question, you paste it, okay? So write it. So what are the characteristics of a computer? Write it. Is it visible for you? Please write it. What's the first one? High speed. High speed. Second one, stores huge data. Stores huge data. Third one, they do millions of different tasks. They do millions of different tasks. They do millions of different tasks. Next one, very versatile. Next one, accurate. Next one, diligence. Please write it fast. Note it down. So if they ask for the 3 mark question, all the points you should write, okay? Completed? High speed stores huge data. They do millions of different tasks. Very versatile. Accurate. Diligence. Completed? Then, yes, third question. So third question also I asked you to write in notes or in paper. So what's the third question? Write it. What is an input device? Give two example. Write fast. What is an input device? Give two example. First point, it is a peripheral device. It is a peripheral device used to provide data and control signals to an information processing system. Is it visible for you? Please write it fast. These 3 points you should write. Please write it first. First point, it is a peripheral device used to provide data and control signals to an information processing system. Second point, it is used to feed any form of data to the computer which can be stored in the memory unit for further processing. Third point, so what are the input devices? Keyboard, already you have studied, no? Any for example you write. Keyboard, mouse, scanner, light pen, etc. Write it fast. Write it fast. Yes sir, 3 mark question. So if they ask for the 3 mark question means 3 points you should write. Completed? Shall I move to the next question? Yes. Next you write fifth question. Fifth question, okay? So differentiate optical and laser mask. No need to draw this diagram, okay? Diagram no need. Only this points enough. 3 points, okay? So first column, put differentiate like this tabular column, put differentiate. First column you write optical mouse, second column you write laser mouse. So optical mouse 3 points. Measures the motion and acceleration of pointer. Then it uses light source instead of ball to judge the motion of the pointer. Is it visible for you? This one no need. Okay. That column no need. This column no need. Only these two columns enough. This column no need. In 1980, this one no need. Okay. These two columns enough. Write it fast. Write it fast. Optical mouse completed. Measures the motion and acceleration of pointer. Second point, it uses light source instead of ball to judge the motion of the pointer. Third point, optical mouse has 3 buttons. Fourth point, optical mouse is less sensitive to its surface. Completed optical mouse. Next, write laser mouse. Measures the motion and acceleration of pointer. Laser mouse uses laser light. Laser mouse is highly sensitive and able to work on any hard surface. Write it fast. Completed. So these 3 questions only I asked you to write in a computer notebook. If you are writing in a computer notebook means put the chapter 1, put heading, then write the section C, what are the questions you are writing. Like each chapter some questions you need to write. So better you keep separate notebook or either keep a piece of paper, paste it near to this question page. Okay. Completed? Okay. Next we are going to mark the question answers. So second question, write the applications of computer. Take page number 1. Applications of computer, take page number 1. Have you all taken page number 1? So here, from here to here mark, okay. Computers, from here, computers are seen everywhere around in spheres. So which are the places they are using? Education, research, travel, tourism, weather forecasting, social networking, e-commerce, etc. Up to this, etc. Okay. Second 2 more question. From here, starting from here, page number 1, starting from here, okay. Computers are seen everywhere around us from here to up to etc. Okay. Second 2 mark question. Have you marked? Then fourth question. Name any 3 output devices. Page number 6. Name any 3 output devices. Take page number 6. Okay. So page number 6. They are given lot of output devices. Sorry, not page number 6, okay. Page number 8. So in this near to the question, you rub it and write page number 8, okay. Output devices, page number 8, not 6, 8, okay. Page number 8, this one. So any 3 output devices, they asked any 3. From here, any 3 headings you write. Monitor, plotter, heading, plotter, then printers, the 3 enough, okay. They asked only 3, no? You're right. What are the thing? Monitor, then heading, plotter, then printers. Understand? Have you all marked? Have you all marked 3 output devices? Yes. Next, sixth question. Write short note on impact printers. Page number 8. Okay. Take page number 8. Impact printers. Where's impact printers? Here. Okay. So page number 8. Impact printers up to from here to here. These printers print with striking of hammers or pins or pen up to here. Okay. First paragraph lost. For example, dot mark printers and line printers or impact printers. Up from here, page number 8, impact printers. Starting from this printers, print striking of hammers. From here to here, till impact printers. Have you all marked? This is a sixth question. Sixth question, okay? Sixth question, from here, impact printers, from here to here. Next, seventh question. Write the characteristics of a sixth generation of a computer, okay? Seventh question. Seventh question, take page number 3. So, characteristics of a sixth generation from here to here. This column, parallel and distributor to recognition software. Six characteristics of a sixth generation question. This is the seventh question, okay? Seventh 3-mark question from here to here. Parallel and distributor to recognition software. Have you all marked? From here. Seventh question from here to here. Then, 8th question, page number 8. Significant features of monitor. 8th question. Take page number 8. So, page number 8. Significant features of monitor. So, from here, monitor is the most important device. From here to here. Results in multiple colors. Okay. From starting from here, monitor is the most commonly used device. From starting from here to results in multiple colors. Have you all marked? From here, monitor for page number 8. From monitor here to here, multiple colors. Okay. So, next thing is a detailed question. Have you all marked? Detailed question. First, write the basic components of a computer with neat diagram. Take page number 4. Take page number 4. Basic components of a computer with neat diagram. Starting from here, okay. Page number 4 here. The computer is a combination of hardware and software. Starting from here. So, you should write the heading, then write this one. Computer is a combination of from here to this diagram. Possible means draw, otherwise no need. From here to next page till before the input and output devices. Before the input and output devices. Starting from page number 4. Computers are combination hardware software from here to next page. Page number 5. Before the input and output devices. You can short and write. Okay. So listen. So first full you need to write. This one. Computer. This one. Components of computer full. Input unit also full you need to write. CPU. So CPU mark it from here to CPU is a major common up to instructions enough. Up to instructions enough. Okay. CPU is a major component which up to instruction. This paragraph up to instructions. Then this 3 line. CPU has 3 components. Control unit, arithmetic logic, memory unit. Okay. This 3 lines and next 3 lines. Understand? This paragraph that's enough. ALU up to here. Logical operations. Up to logical operations. Mark it. ALU from here. ALU is a part of a CPU up to logical operations. Okay. Next control unit fully you need to write. Output unit also fully. Memory unit also up to here enough. Okay. If it because you are this paragraph already you are studying in 3-mark question. So if it possible means write this paragraph. Otherwise up to this enough. Okay, understand? This is a very, very important 5-mark question. Okay. Yes. Have you all marked? This is the first 5 mark. Then second, various generations of computer. Take page number, various generations of computer. Page number 2. Sorry, 1. Page number 1 from 1. this tabular column full. Okay, from here, page number 1, starting from here to page number 3 till page number 3. Okay, this one, 6th generation. So this if they ask, this is also very important 5-mark question. If they ask for 5 mark, means you should draw the tabular column like this. You should put a serial number, then this column, here you need to write diagrams, no need. Okay, but the below the diagram what they have given, no, that you should write transistors, integrated circuit. Then here, so many points are there, so each heading you should write minimum 4 points. Okay, minimum 4 points. If they given 3 points, means 3 point enough. Otherwise minimum 4 points you should write. Understand? Very important. 2 important 5-mark questions. What are they? First 5 mark, and this one very important. Then mark the third 5-mark question. So inkjet printer. Inkjet printer, take page number 9. Take page number 9, inkjet printer. So inkjet printer, this one. Fully you should mark inkjet, this one. Inkjet printer, starting from here to inkjet printer, starting from here to full paragraph. Below the speakers. Okay. This one, third 5-mark question A. That inkjet printer full. Then multimedia projector. This one. Okay. Multimedia projector, this one. Only 3. This 3 lines. Possible means draw the diagram, otherwise leave it. Multimedia projector. Page number 9. The same page only. This paragraph. Then barcode and QR reader. Barcode and QR reader. Page number 7. Barcode and QR reader. Page number 7. Page number 7. This one. Barcode and QR reader. Starting from here to before the voice input system. Okay. Before the voice input system. Have you all marked? Have you all marked? Yes. Okay. So by this first chapter completed. So first chapter completed. All the questions also you have marked. So one thing I am going to tell. So you should study thorough all the questions. So don't study this book back questions alone. Okay. So for your examination only 50% or 60% questions only they ask from book back. Remaining 40% questions they will ask from book inside only. So don't study book back alone. So you should study all the things. Okay, all the headings. Book back questions first you should thorough. Remaining first you thorough the book back. Then you study the book inside questions. Okay. Book inside means all the headings you should study. Understand? Yes. Okay. So by this chapter 1 completed. Then we are going to study the chapter 3. Okay. So second chapter is a problematic chapter, like a mathematics problematic chapter. So at that chapter I will take at the last of this end of this volume. Okay. So now we are going to study about third chapter. Okay, third chapter is a theory chapter only, regarding that related to the first chapter only, coming the third chapter. Okay. So what's the third chapter name means? Computer organization. Okay. What's the heading of the third chapter? Computer organization. Okay. What do you mean by organization? For example, a school is there. So what do you mean by the organization? You will tell. That means structure. What's the structure of that one? If the school will work properly means the staff, those who are working needs to work properly. That means what's the organization? Organization will structure means principal, then staffs, under the staffs, teaching and non-teaching staff. That's the organization. Okay, inside the organization, those who are working or those who are under that organization needs to work properly. So here computer organization. We are going to study about which organization? Computer organization. Okay. Listen. So here, so computer is made up of, already I said, computer is made up of, computer is a combination of, what are the things? It's a combination of hardware and combination of hardware as well as software. Isn't it or not? Computer is the computer is a combination of hardware as well as software. Okay, so computer organization means it will mainly deals with the hardware components of a computer system. Okay, so computer organization means mainly it will deals with what, the hardware components of the computer. Okay, what are the hardware components? Already you have studied hardware components in the sense, what are the things already you have studied? Monitor, projector, that are the output devices. Inside the CPU, lot of the things are there. That are lot of components are present inside the CPU. So what are the things you have studied already in the first chapter? Control unit, arithmetic logic unit, then what are the things? Memory unit, memory, registers. These all the things are present inside where? CPU. So whether, so any one organization needed is there? Any one person needs to organize all these components, isn't it? So we are going to study that organization in this chapter. Understand what we are going to study? So this chapter deals with what? The hardware components of the computer. That means what are the main hardware components present inside the CPU. Understand? So listen. So devices, we are telling devices. What are the devices already you have studied? Two types of devices. What are the devices? Input devices and output devices. So input and output devices, another one important thing you have studied, that's a major component of the computer. What? CPU or central processing unit. Okay, so what are inside the central processing unit? What are the devices you have studied? Storage devices. And in storage devices, what are the devices? Memory. In memory, what are the, how many types of memory is there? Two types. What are they? Primary memory as well as secondary memory. Isn't it? So first itself I said, so if the computer work properly means the both the hardware and all the software components needs to work properly. So this computer organization mainly deals with what? Hardware components of the computer system. So hardware components, they are give introduction about both input and output devices. So what are the devices already you have studied? So input and output devices is the important part. Next what's the thing? CPU. CPU is a major component of the computer. So inside the CPU, what are the things are there? Storage devices there, memory devices there. If all these devices work properly means only particular system will work properly, or first particular system with functions properly. Understand? So this organization deals with, so all the components or other hardware components, whether the hardware components or input device, maybe output, whether all the things are operate properly or working properly. Okay, so it deals with whether all the things will work properly or not. Understand? So if you are telling organization, computer organization, it is related to computer architecture. What do you mean by architecture? So for example, before we are going to build one house, so first what they will do, without a plan, whether they will build any house. So anything if you are going to do means first we will have a better plan. Then only we will do particular thing. Likewise, if you are going to build one house, first what they will do, civil engineer will draw one good plan for your house, isn't it? Likewise, so if this computer organization or the components are working properly mean, they need particular architecture, that is called as computer architecture. Understand what do you mean by computer architecture? This computer architecture nothing but all the components, they need to be arranged properly or connected properly or working properly. Before they are going to implement, they need to have a good structure before the implementation. Okay, so before they are going to implement or before they are going to design the system, the particular engineering, that means you, what are the engineering in operations will done in the CPU, they need to, what are the things they are already said, what are the components are present inside? Memory devices, then microprocessor, RAM, ROM, buses, wires, batteries, everything. All these separate things need to be interconnected together. Then only the CPU will function properly, isn't it? So this job and all done by whom? Particular engineering staff. Okay, so better designing the architecture means this architecture deals with what? All the engineering considerations. That means designing of a computer. For while they are designing the computer, all the components are how they need to design. For example, if you are write the same last chapter on questions you are studying, functional components of a computer. So before you are writing that theory part, what you will write? Draw the block diagram, isn't it? What's the use of block diagram? So you assume the computer will work like this. For that you are drawing one diagram. Likewise, before where they are going to design one CPU or computer, they have a better architecture. Like this, they need to connect all the things. That's the engineering consideration. Understand about computer organization? Yes, this is the introduction. So next slide. So here we are going to study each part present in the microprocessor, not each part present inside the CPU. What are the things or what are the components they have installed inside the CPU? Okay. So first important component is a microprocessor. Okay. So see this diagram. This is the picture of microprocessor. Have you seen it? Is it visible for you? So this part is present inside the motherboard. Okay, so they have built this microprocessor in the motherboard. You need to, this motherboard is present inside where? CPU. Are you remembering? I showed this motherboard diagram in the first chapter. Are you remembering motherboard? Yes. So in the motherboard, they placed this microprocessor. Okay. Now we are going to study about microprocessor. Okay, basics of microprocessor. So which is the major component of a computer? Which is the major component of a, so which is the major part of a man? Which is the major part? Brain and heart. Isn't it? Likewise, simply we can tell the CPU is the heart of the computer. Okay, so which is the major part of the computer to make the function properly, or which is the major part of the computer to make the system computer to work, or which is made the computer to perform all the tasks? Which is the major component? CPU. Okay, so this is one of the important one mark question. Okay, by explaining itself I will tell important one mark question and two mark question means immediately you'll take the pencil and mark it. Okay, so CPU is the major component of a computer to perform all the tasks. Okay, so see, we are telling no CPs. So inside how many items are there? That means how many things are there. How many this likewise a chip, AL unit, control unit, buses, wires, cables, everything, etc., etc. Lot of this hardware materials are present inside CPU. Without this hardware materials, only that skeleton CPU is there. Whether it will work properly? Whether it will work properly? No. So inside the CPU, all the components are connected, and if working properly means only computer will work. So listen. So here, this microprocessor is an integrated circuit. What do I mean by integrated circuit? Physics, you might have studied, I think it's so. This microprocessor they have kept inside the motherboard. Integrated circuit means already they have programmed something and loaded by means of lot of chips are there. So small portions are there, that is in the chip, microchip. Okay, so this all the things are integrated circuit, that means connected, integrated, overlapped or integrated circuit, connected, overlapped, they have connected. Okay, like this circuit, electric circuit, they are connected. Understand? So very important one more question. First they have introduced the microprocessor in the year 1970. Okay, which year they have introduced in microprocessor? 1970. Okay, the first microprocessor they have, what the microprocessor name is 4004. What's the first general purpose microprocessor they have designed? 4004. This is developed by which company? Means Intel Inc. Okay, this is a most popular company. So who devised the first general purpose microprocessor? Intel Inc. in the which year? 1970. What's the name of that microprocessor? 4004. Understand? Yes. So next thing, already I said. So in that last slide, I show this inside the diagram. I show this small portion. This is called as chip. Okay, this portion we are calling as an what? Chip. So this microprocessor is a programmable chip. Okay, so have you all seen that Ender Flame? So in Ender Flame, inside the robot, particular person will insert one and small chip. Have you all noted? Have you noted that one? Have you seen this diagram in that movie? So in that movie, particular person will insert one red color chip. So in that chip, that particular person has programmed how the robot needs to work. That is a programmable chip. Okay, similar to that, so microprocessor is also a programmable silicon chip. So this a lot of chips are there. Each chip will have already preloaded programs are there. What do you mean by preloaded program? While they are installing, while they are molding that chip itself, they have program. This chip needs to work like this. This chip needs to work like this. This chip needs to give the power control like this. The next chip needs to give the data control like this. Understand? That is a preloaded programmable. Each chip is a programmable chip. Next point, it is done by clock pulses. What do you mean by clock pulses? Maybe in physics you might have studied counterclockwise and anti-clockwise, isn't it? What do you mean by counterclockwise and anti-clockwise? Normal rotations and opposite rotation. So driven by clock pulses mean based on that pulse, that based on the time, each and every chip it will work. Okay, so listen. So first chapter itself we are telling if the computer working proper means three functions. What are they? Input you need to give, particular input it will take, then they will process the input and they will give the particular output. Isn't it? Yes. Likewise, see this diagram, in the diagram you seen it. So it will take input means in which form you are giving the input. Already I said the computer will take the input as a binary data. What do you mean by binary data? Ones and zero. Okay. So particular input, you have given particular input. The input is given to directly, the input is coming to where? Microprocessor. Understand? So the input is converted in which format? Binary format. Okay. So this binary format, this microprocessor will process the particular data. Okay. Microprocessor will process the particular data, particular input, and all the results it will store in via memory. So two types of memory were studied. What are they? Primary memory and secondary memory. Either on memory it will store. Then particular output, then they have stored in the memory. Then what they need to display in the output. So this arrow mark in the sense, again they have given the data to whom? Microprocessor. Then particular microprocessor will give to the output device. Understand? So what's the working of this one? Particular input you are giving. That input is converted in which format? Binary data format. That's what's the meaning? Binary means ones and zeros. The particular input is processed, get by who? Microprocessor. That input is processed and stored in where? Which place? Memory. From this memory, this output again need to microprocessor. Then microprocessor give the to output device. You will get the particular output. So this input processing output, better one example I said first. So we are taking classes for you. So that's the input we are giving by means of teaching. What do you mean by processing? You need to listen the class, understand, then you need to study. What's the output? We are expecting better results or good marks from it. That's the output. Understand? Yes. So this microprocessor, I show the diagram now. That microprocessor is made up of 3 units. Okay. The microprocessor made up of how many units? 3 units. What are they means? Already you have studied this one. Arithmetic logic unit, control unit, registers are internal memory. Okay, how many units are there? 3 units. What are they? Arithmetic logic unit, control unit, registers or the name of register is internal memory. Okay, what's the use of arithmetic unit? Already you have studied in first chapter. To perform all the arithmetic calculation or mathematical calculation. What's the meaning of arithmetic calculations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So these are the arithmetic calculation. Okay. So based on your instruction, what do you mean by instruction? What input? For example, you are going to calculate for 5 numbers. You are going to add 5 numbers. So what instructions you are giving? So you need to add 5 numbers. That's the instruction. So based on that instruction, it will perform that calculations. Okay. So logical instructions. That means logical. So this logical operators, mainly second unit, they will describe. Okay. I will take that logical operations and logical things in at the last. Okay. That's the use of arithmetic and logic unit. Next thing is the control unit. So all the things are there. Whether any one person needs to control. For example, if your students you are there in a class. Without a teacher is present inside the class. Whether you all keep quiet and sit? No. You will dance here and there, you will move here and there. So one person is need to control you. Likewise, all the devices are there. Lot of operations, input operations, output operations are there. So all these operations needs to control by some person, isn't it? Here, who is handling control means control unit. So all the operations and all the signals. What are the signals? Maybe input signal, output signal, or data flow, control flow, everything. All the signals are controlled by using which unit? Control unit. Understand? Next thing is registers. Okay. So what's the meaning of register? For example, so each and every class have a separate register, isn't it? What's the use of register? For example, 11A computer students. 11A register, if I took 11A register means first page what they will write based on your alphabetical order, roll number wise, write your name, then your phone number, your addresses, your ID card number, all the things, your detail. Then daily attendance. So if I took the register itself, I can able to identify how many students are there, isn't it? How many days you are present. That's a usage of register. Likewise, in computer also, registers are used to hold the information. What do you mean by hold? Store. Store the information or what are the details or execute the from the microprocessor. Already in the last slide you explained, no? If you are giving input, particular input is taken by microprocessor, that microprocessor will execute all the things and processing all the things, that all the instructions need to store in one place, isn't it? So that is called as internal memory or registers. Understand what are the things or what are the things processing or what are the things are holding are done by the microprocessor. All the instructions are hold in one place called what? Register, or store in one place called registers or internal memory. Understand? So microprocessor made up of 3 units. We have studied 3 units. What are they? Arithmetic logic unit, control unit and registers. So next thing is the characteristics of a microprocessor. Very important 5-mark question. Okay, characteristics of microprocessor. Just I have given the introduction. So only heading. Next class I will discuss in detail. Okay. So what are the 3 characteristics means? So this microprocessor works based on 3 characteristics. What are they means? Clock speed, instruction set and word size. Okay. So what are the characteristics of microprocessor? Clock speed, instruction set and word size. Okay. First thing, clock speed. Today we are going to study the first heading, clock speed. Okay. So each and every microprocessor has an internal clock. Okay. So what's the thing? So each and every microprocessor has internal clock. What's the meaning of clock? So normally what's the use of clock? We will see time. What's the time now? So how much the duration? Likewise, so we are giving some instructions to execute the processor, isn't it? So this clock will regulate the speed of instruction. At what speed the particular instruction need to execute. Okay, what's the use of this internal clock? This internal clock regulates the speed. So at particular instruction, for example, I am giving 5 instructions. So this 5 instructions, at what speed they need to execute and what speed they need to give the output. Okay, that and all controlled by whom? Internal clock. That's the use of internal clock. Okay, the speed of the microprocessor what do you mean by the speed of microprocessor? You are giving particular instructions as an input. Particular microprocessor will process based on that input, isn't it? So execution of that instruction is called clock speed. Okay, that means so how many instructions you are giving, that for example 5 instructions I am giving. So how many execution will take place? 5 execution. So that 5 execution I am telling you, that is called as clock speed. Okay, that clock speed is measured in 2 terms. What are they means? Megahertz or in gigahertz. Okay, this clock speed is measured in what's the unit? Megahertz or gigahertz. So very important 5-mark question. First characteristic is clock speed. So what's the meaning of a clock speed? So each and every microprocessor has internal clock. What's the use of this one? It will regulate the speed. At what speed the particular instruction need to execute. That speed, each instruction is how much speed it will taking the instruction to execute, that we are calling as a clock speed. This clock speed is measured in 2 units. What are they? Megahertz and gigahertz. Okay, so the next portion, so the remaining things I'll take in the next class. So what are the things I have explained today? Please study thorough the first chapter, revise everything. Okay, thank you students, thank you one and all.